I have here a prediction. I'm not going to show you what that is. I need 13 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards. Jennifer, what I want you to do is you're going to take and cut these, and whenever you feel like you've cut them enough, I want you just to take the top card and lay it on top of that prediction, or near it, okay? And then Charlene, what you're going to do is you're going to take one in a different way. And I'm doing this in order that people can see that these are totally random selections. What you're going to do, my love, it's okay, perfect. Charlene, you're going to take these and you're going to deal one down and then one to the bottom. One down and one to the bottom. Okay, one down, one to the bottom. Go ahead and do that. One down. And I'm going to take whatever card Charlene lands on, add it to the number here. Jennifer's got a 4. So whatever Charlene comes out with, we're going to add those two together and we're going to have a random number. So this is Jack, which is worth 11. So 11 plus 4 is 15. I can even do that math. So we're going to count down, and notice these are all random cards in here. We're going to count down 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Isn't that random?
Yep.
Totally random. The card that you guys came up to is the 4 of clubs. This is really weird because here in this paper, I've written a prediction.
Oh my
God! Clubs. Ta-da! All right, thank you. All right, thank you. All right. Hi everyone, it's me, Rudy Tinoco from the Magicians Forum, and I'm here to teach you this little effect that you saw demonstrated in that video. It's from the mind of Max Maven, Phil Goldstein, who, as you know, sadly, we lost yesterday. And what a tremendous loss it is to the magic community. What a great thinker. And this video is my little way of honoring his memory. So I hope that you enjoy it. It's a trick called Triskadekaphobia. This is on page 238 of Richard Kaufman's collected Almanac. Now, I have to admit that usually I don't like these effects that utilize this deal and duck process. I don't know. It's just me. But if you notice in the video, Charlene and Jennifer's reactions, along with those who are sitting there gathered around us, were really amazed by this little thing. So my presentation wasn't even all that great, and still they found it enjoyable and they were baffled by it. So what I'll tell you is this is using principles of the Pharaoh Shuffle as well as a palindromic stack, which Phil actually talks about in this little book called Redivider. It's a really interesting mathematical principle at work here that's well hidden by what we've got going on here. So if you're interested in what you see and the principle behind it, I would advise you to get this little book by Max Maven. Now, this is going to require a little bit of a setup, but nothing that's too difficult, okay? It's going to be a setup of 12 cards. What you're essentially going to do is force the number 13. Strangely, and if you can help me figure this out, please do. You saw that I forced the number 15. I don't even know how I did that. I tried rearranging this palindromic stack different ways to try to arrive at the number 15, and I can't do it. So I don't know how I arrived at forcing 15, but I was doing it consistently at that point because I had practiced it so I could perform it and record it. But now it just doesn't work for me. So if you can figure out how to force 15 using this, do tell. Otherwise, according to the book, we're going to be forcing the number 13 using 12 cards, not 13 as I made them think I did in that performance. So you're going to have 12 cards, which I'll show you what those are in a moment. And then 13th from the top, you're going to have whatever force card you want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Face up here, I have the 4 of hearts, which is going to be the force card. And that's going to serve as my prediction that will be set on the table before we start. So you do that, write 4 of hearts on a piece of paper, put it there. And now what you've got here in this little stack is the queen, the jack, the 10, going all the way down to the ace. And I have these in different suits, all right? You want to do that because at the end, you might want to, as I did, show that the cards are all different, and they will, at the end of this little procedure, they'll be all mixed up and they will see an assortment of different cards, different suits. So I would advise you that you do that. All right, so you have these, again, ace, 2, 3, going all the way down to the queen. But then you need to reverse the top 6 cards like this. Run them into your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place these on top. And if you want to perform it the way I did, where you're dealing those supposed 13 cards onto the table, reverse these, okay? Because then once you deal them out on the table again, you'll get them back in their proper order. All right, so these go on top. So remember, 12 cards, and then 13th down, your force card, that goes on top. And then I would advise you give these some sort of false shuffle. I would undercut some of the cards in jog 1, and then you can run these off. And then you're going to lift up at the break. Here's a pretty wide break there. Run those till you get to the break, and then put those on top. And so you should have that stacked back up here, okay? And now you're going to go on with this procedure of telling them that you're going to deal down 13 cards. I only dealt 12. The way I did that is on the 4th card, supposed deal, I'm actually dealing nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It really flies by. Even if it doesn't look all that great, they're not suspecting that you're not going to deal one of those cards. And if you do it quick enough, watch the video, you'll see that it looks like I really dealt 13 cards. I fooled myself. Now, I would give these a little false shuffle. You could do a Charlier shuffle. I won't teach that because I don't think I'm capable of it. I think I've tried before. Do a Charlier shuffle, or just have the spectator cut until they feel they're done, and then look at this top card. Now, in this case, it's the 4 of spades. We're going to set that off to the side, okay? And then you give this packet to another spectator and explain to them this deal and duck procedure where they deal a card, duck the next one, deal and duck, okay? Deal and duck. And I made sure that Charlene understood that I was doing, and I just kind of talked over her because this is kind of a boring process, but you'll arrive at 1 card. Now, you add this card to this card. Look, 9 plus 4 is 13. It will always be 13, unless you figure out what I did and it's 15, but 13. And then you can show these as being truly mixed. Look at, they're all mixed up. All right. Now, all there is to do is take this randomly generated number, 13, and count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the 4 of hearts. Then you open and show your prediction to match this card. I mean, it seems impossible to a layperson how that could happen, but it does, using this really brilliant method that Max Maven, gave to us here in the collective Almanac. I think it's a really good little trick that you should learn and try it out. I think you will be surprised at the response you're going to get. Now, if you like this video, would you subscribe to my Magicians Forum YouTube channel? I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, because if I do, that allows me to monetize my channel so I can make a little money and teach you some magic. As you become a subscriber, I can have like a paid service where you pay $2 a month. And this way it keeps it out of sight of those who are merely curious to those who are willing to pay a couple of bucks for me to share with you my versions of certain tricks or maybe my handling of certain effects. So would you, if you enjoyed this, subscribe to my channel, like the video? It would go a long way to helping me out. So, all right. Well, that's it. I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Take care. All right. Bye.